Microphone's on. Hi guys, I'm 𝘋𝘪𝘢𝘳𝘆 and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My hands are literally so frozen that I can't even wave without it hurting. I was outside waiting for gas for like 30 minutes and my heart literally goes out to the girls. I see them literally every time I get gas in this certain area that I work in. And they're best friends. They're always there together. And I remember joking with them during Christmas time because it was so nice out. And I was like telling them how cold it was during this time of year. And it's just wild because now we're into the thick of it. And it is minus 25 degrees Celsius. So I'm cold from sitting in my car for 30 minutes just waiting for gas. I cannot imagine pumping gas for 8 hours, 12 hours straight. You know, my heart literally goes out to those girls. I remember doing when I used to work at the drive-thru and minus 25. Like, these people deserve raises, deserve more pay for these jobs, and deserve to be recognized because it's not easy to work in these temperatures. And they are so sweet and so just beautiful people. And my heart will literally always just go out to people that do service work in the cold. I digress. I'm going to film this video before I have a bath. And then I'm going to go to my parents for taco night, family fiesta taco night. So that's exciting. But yeah, I'm going to film this video before I hop in the bath. And I actually haven't decided on a video topic. I made like a bunch last night, but let me see. I think I want to do trust your gut feeling and your intuition. So, you know, your gut feeling and your intuition can go hand in hand. You know, obviously your gut is what tells you that something's wrong, or you just feel in your gut that something's not right, or you can just feel that something's off. And I feel like your intuition is the same thing. It's like your body and your spirituality and your energy and your aura and your body being connected. Your gut and your outside, you know, energy, your intuition and your gut are connected. And there are so many times in my life, you guys, that I have completely ignored. I need to blow my nose. Fuck. Okay. It is really cold here. Holy shit. But there has been so many times in my life where I have completely ignored my gut or ignored my intuition. Well, you can never really ignore your intuition. You can ignore your gut feeling. You know, and I just, like, I don't know for like women especially, or maybe some men with their hormones have like experienced this, or like depending on how connected they are to like themselves and the world around them. But I've had like dreams where like I'll be in a dream and I'll see like subtle subconscious behaviors, or like, and then it ended up coming true, or just like little actions, like you see things in your dreams, or, you know, somebody's energy's off, or usually they reply by this time, or just like little things, and you can just tell that something's not right or something's off, or any little feeling that you have. And I feel like every single time you have a feeling like that, it's your body trying to tell you like, hey, you know, something's changing in the pattern, or acknowledge this. And some people could definitely, like, I guess, consider this hypervigilance. And technically it could potentially be hypervigilance, but I don't think it's also a bad thing, because when you listen to yourself, you listen to your rhythms. Like, of course, if someone is not replying to you, and they usually do, but you know that they have the day off and they might be sleeping in, you can discern with your brain that, oh, you know, they're probably doing this, or they're probably doing that. Fill in the blank. That's a healthy way to think. Right. But it also crosses a line of like, okay, there's giving someone the benefit of the doubt, there's rationale, and then there's toxic ignorance. And when you're ignorant and you're like, oh, I'm just going to always give the benefit of the doubt, or always just think that they're doing me good, or always just trust them. Yes, that's a good way to think. You should always give someone your trust, and you should always believe in other people. But you also have to have discernment, and you also have to have self-awareness, and you also have to pay attention to patterns and rhythms and how people operate and how people move and different situations, because, you know, we all have our phones on us at every single moment of the day. I literally, if you watch my videos, will sit and reply to text messages on camera, right? Like, an excuse is an excuse and action is action. Words and excuses and all the fluff that people want to say is just what it sounds like, an excuse. And action is someone actually showing you with their actions that they care about you or they love you. And boy, does it get tricky. I was in a relationship where he did all the right things. He showed me with his actions that he did all the right things. And within a week, he was out of my life. Like, you really genuinely don't know how people operate or what's going on in here ever. Like, you never do. Like, that relationship showed me that you can think that you know someone like this and so well and trust them and completely see another person, or completely 180, like almost like multiple personalities, like just switch, and then the truth comes out. And that's true in a lot of like covert narcissist behavior, especially covert narcissists, sometimes downright outblown narcissists, but usually in covert narcissism, because they'll show you who they want to be on paper. They'll present a certain way, and then when something doesn't go their way, or something changes, or there's just like little scenarios where, you know, the mask flips and they flip as a person. That's why they always say true colors, what's the saying? True colors will always come out eventually. Eventually, you'll always see someone's true colors, whether it takes 10 minutes, 10 months, or 10 years. You'll always see someone either flip or their true colors or their true intentions. And like, for me, I have the capacity to be an awful person. I have the capacity to be a liar, to cheat, to steal, to be evil, to, I don't know, compare and degrade myself to other people. But the reality is that just because you have the capacity to do something doesn't mean you should do it. And just because you have the capacity to do something doesn't mean it's the best decision to make, or something that's going to benefit you, or, you know, be good for you in the long run. So, intuition, I want to get the definition because I think that might be a good talking point. Intuition definition. Intuition definition. Also, I had a guy at work say to me today, he was wearing a mask and he was walking towards me and I could see his eyes were doing something, and I was like, oh, I didn't hear what you're saying, like with the mask on, and like, what? And he was like, oh, sorry, I guess you're just like a little crazy, you're off your pills or something. And I feel like people, it almost made me think, like, does Gen Z think that's like a person, if they're like outgoing, needs to be medicated? Like someone who has a personality, someone who's like radiates like positivity and is like an outgoing person, needs to be medicated to dumb themselves down to be more normal. Very odd, very odd. And I was thinking to myself, I remember saying, I was like, oh no, I'm not medicated. I'm just a really, really happy person. Are you okay? You know what I mean? Like, say things like that, like, oh, no, I'm good. But, you know, you're kind of wearing a mask. Like, are you okay? Like, is everything okay? Like, what's going on? So I just thought that was really interesting because, you know, if you have a personality or you don't really fit in with other people, or you're just your own person, you have your own stuff going on and you're outgoing, people always try to dim your shine. People always try to like put you in a box, or they always try to like fit you into a mold and want an answer for why you are the way you are. And sometimes you just are the way you are. Like, you don't need to dumb yourself down or be fake or pretend to be anyone other than yourself. So anyway, totally tangent. Intuition, the ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. A thing that one knows or considers likely from an instinctive feeling rather than a conscious reasoning. So I feel like a big part of this comes into discernment. I've said this so many times on my channel in so many separate videos, and I feel so bad, but this is just something that's stuck out in the last couple of years of my life, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm no longer in that relationship. I can really talk about and discuss anything I really want to. As long as it's honest and it's coming from a place where I'm learning and growing, I don't really Like, it's not my problem. It's not my issues. When I met my mother-in-law, who was not my mother-in-law at the moment, when I first met her, my intuition was like, I don't know that you're not the best person. I just have a feeling you're not. And it turned out to be true. So, you know, intuition is one of those things where, like, even if you don't have fact, even if you don't have proof, even if you don't have concrete evidence, your discernment and self-awareness and connectivity to energy sometimes presents and shows you things you don't even expect, right? And with me on this chapter of my life of self-improvement and self-growth and self-realization and self-actualization, because of my last relationship, like, there was a lot of really, really happy things that I gained emotionally and spiritually out of it. My stomach's growling. I need to go eat soon. You know, because of that, you know, my intuition is so clear. And when you practice listening to yourself and trusting your gut and listening to what you're feeling, your intuition becomes more clear. And, you know, sometimes you don't have proof, or sometimes you don't know the whole story, or sometimes you don't know what the full thing could be going on, but you have a feeling. And usually, and not always will it prove itself right, but most of the time it will. If you pay attention and you have a feeling and you pay close enough attention, usually it'll prove you right. Or if it doesn't prove you right, it'll lead you in the right direction. So, you know, intuition has been major because I've ignored how I was feeling, or put other people's feelings first, or, you know, maybe things will change. I've known the truth and ignored my intuition to protect myself, really just to protect myself, because I didn't know. I thought it would be okay. And I thought that, like, things would work themselves out. And deep down I knew, like, just little things that, like, I wasn't happy with. And, or things that, like, yeah, like, I guess things that you're not happy with is the best way to put it. I'll put it that way. But, I'm so cold and tired. And I can't wait to have a bath and then go for tacos. But it is so hard to exist when it's this cold out. It's insane. It's insane. I had not the best day, I'm not gonna lie. Today it ended well. Like, days like this always end well, I feel like. They don't stay awful. But it was just one of those days where it was too much. It was too overwhelming. It was too much sensory overload, if you will. Oh my God, my stomach is literally growling like crazy. But yeah, so I just thought I would do a little video on trusting your gut and your intuition. And yeah, I think it's just going to be a little short video today. I'm so, like, exhausted. It's January 13th. I filmed every single day of this year, and I love that for myself. I think it's awesome. A diary entry for every single day of the first month of 2024. On that note, I am gonna go throw myself in the bathtub and clean myself up before dinner. I cannot wait to have Fiesta Señorita Taco Night. I'm so excited. And yeah, you guys, I love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow in my next entry. And I hope you guys, this weather is not good for me. I love you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow for my next entry. Have a good evening, and I'll talk to you later.